Bonjour.
Hello, everybody. I have a question. What relationship is there between the Sydney ferries, the train in Versailles, the electric buses in Eindhoven in the Netherlands, the black cars in the United States, and the buses, the tramway, and the Le Havre funicular? Transdev, somebody just answered. Great. Transdev is the world actor in transportation and mobility. 13 means of transportation, 13 modes of transportation, 83,000 people in 19 countries, 57,000 drivers all over the world, big cities, small cities, rural areas, seaside, mountains. In France, there are 25,000 drivers driving for Transdev, and enabling your children to go to school, enabling us to go to work, to go and visit our friends, do our hobbies. That's what Transdev is all about. But what does it mean? It just means that Transdev creates links, creates relationships between countries, between territories, between people. Isn't that fantastic? What do you do in life? I create links. I enable people to get together, to meet, to live together. And we have a passion of our trade, a real pride of our trade. And our 83,000 strong workforce enabled us to do that. And the diversity of the men and women who work for Transdev enable this. Diversity in culture, diversity in profiles, diversity in generation, diversity in personal and collective stories. Yes, we are. Transdev is a true actor of positive economy. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, but this is not enough. Why isn't it enough? This isn't enough because the world is moving, the world is going digital, the world is going faster, and new stakeholders are getting onto the market, new and powerful actors. We're talking a lot about the Uberization of economy, and we are living through this, and this is a fantastic opportunity. This is the way to see it. We are lucky enough here in this room to live in this time of multiple changes, and we've been talking a lot about a collaborative economy. It is a huge opportunity, a stimulation, and we, and it's very legitimate, want to contribute to reinventing this world of mobility, to take part in it, make it while remaining what we are, people who create links, who create relationships. How can we go about this? It's quite simple and it's difficult at the same time. What can we do? What do we do? We use what is most precious to us. That is to say, our workforce. We listen to our people, we give them the conditions and means to create. We use the human factor. But what does it mean, the human factor? The human factor is the collective intelligence, the diversity. It is the link also. We have three very deep certainties. First of all, this collective intelligence only makes sense, only is fruitful if we get around the table very different types of people. The performance, which is so much talked about in companies, only happens by having around the table people who think alike, people who share the same experiences. Performance happens through different people who have a common objective and who have the company's values in common. This performance, much beyond, I insist, much beyond the technical aspects and the processes, this performance takes place in the relationship, in the creation of links. So how do you create relationships, and how do you recreate links within a company? First of all, you stop spending your times looking up your mails, answering your mails, and writing PowerPoint presentation. You live. You talk to each other. Sounds easy, doesn't it? You exchange, you talk, you behave as human being in companies that are alive. And this is what we are trying to do, what we want, the way we want to inspire at Transdev. But you can't tell people, be alive. But what you can do, what we are trying to do, is to create conditions so that everyone can feel alive in the company. And what are these conditions? Trust, empathy, listening to people. These are words we use in the company, but you tend to lose their meaning. Because it's when you trust yourself, it is when you respect each other, when you listen to each other, when you are benevolent, that magic starts to operate, that energies get released, that fruitful and sustainable links are created. And this is what we are trying to do at Transdev. But these are not mere words. I wanted to give you two examples. Intergenerational aspects and also diversity. Diversity very often means having more women doing the job. So we got together many of our people and asked them how to make diversity drive for performance. This is a very innovative approach. First of all, it was the first time 2 years ago that we were talking about diversity and established a link between diversity and performance. And then we took time to get together, talk together, and we called on the techniques of collective intelligence. And what came out of that was creating a diversity club open to everyone, where everybody could express themselves, to exchange articles, point of view, to create links again, quite simply. As for the intergenerational factors, which is very dear to my heart, which we tend to mention a lot, in order to have an intergenerational balance in the company, you need young people. Right now, we have 10% of people under 30 years of age, and we need more. Last year, out of the 5,500 people we hired, 30% were young people. So we created a nursery of talents to receive these people. So during the first year, they get trained, they meet people, so that after a year, they are intensely operational in the networks in France. And also, we listen to these young people. We listen to them, and listening to them, we decided to create a community which we are going to set up, a community of 75 people, young people, mirroring our community of 75 leaders of the company, to have a sort of shadow executive, so that together, all generations together, we are linked to reinvent tomorrow's mobility. Now let's talk about tomorrow. I think that tomorrow's company will be the company that will be centered on its capacity to establish links between individuals, however different, on links between collaborators, with customers, with stakeholders, where there's still not enough links right now. And I think that tomorrow's company, the company that will be attractive for everyone, that will be a place where you feel good, that will be a place where there'll be a good performance, there will be the company with leaders who will be natural, who will be aware, who will be promoters of this collective intelligence, who will give meaning, who will bring out all of the talents in their diversity. And the people in the century before who were giving orders, they need to undergo this mutation, this change. And we need to be creators of tomorrow and creators of link. Yesterday, I took part in the marketplace with the young people, and I can tell you that I was really awed by the energy there. And I love coming to this forum, which is really a true present. This is why we commit ourselves here, why we are here and take the floor, because these leaders of tomorrow, we meet them here, they are here, you are here. Now, to wrap up, I'd like to say that yesterday, Jacques Attali, in his introduction, said something which resonated in my mind. He said, in order to be happy, you have to make people happy. And to conclude here, I'd like to say that in order to be happy, you have to create links and relationships. Thank you.